course it's on TikTok. So Seth Godin, I think he's an author, things like that. He was on with Mel Robbins. And so he was saying like, you're already living the life you want. So 100% of people already living the life you want. So it was like, whether you do the thing or don't do the thing, you're living the life you want.
Seth?
What are y'all's thoughts on that one?
That's heavy.
Yeah.
See, I would like to know more about like his concept of like living the life that you want. Because the first thing that comes to mind when I think about that, in a sense, is like, I'm trying to think of how to word it. I guess living according to the values and standards that you want or that you have for yourself. So I'm thinking of something like, for instance, Christian walk, right? Like, in a sense, we're living the life that we want to live, which is one that is supposed to be surrendered unto God. We might not have met the thing yet, whether that's like, you know, I feel like God is going to make me this big time selling artist, or God wants me to preach and be a pastor of a church. I ain't no pastor yet. You know, I'm an assistant pastor, but I'm not like a head pastor. And so with that, essentially, would it mean that I'm living the life I want if I'm pursuing the calling that God has for me, even though I haven't arrived at the calling yet? Is kind of where my mind goes with that.
I just kind of go back to the scripture where it talks about he'll give the desires of your heart. And where I think about, if you truly do align your life by the principles and biblical principles of God and his holiness and things like that, whatever you desire is going to match up what he desires. So even though you may have not like reached that pinnacle yet, the fact that you're on the path, I think you are essentially living the life you want, because you'll know what you're striving for, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what would you say you're striving for?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Man, I want to be the coldest visual artist to have ever walked the earth. But I have to like put parameters. And this is something that I tell in my house. So I'm being real vulnerable with my boys and with our viewers. But in my mind, I want to be one of the greatest visual artists. I have had to change that more of how can I get people to see God in that with the pictures and the images that I do paint. How do they get to see God? In my mind, it's all technical sound. Like, I want to be technically sound in my techniques, or just kind of like how I use it. But I want the main purpose is to be through God. Now, does that mean I'm going to be famous and all that? I hope so. But I'm more of just walking it out with God and just putting myself in uncomfortable situations. And so like live painting last week for 2 events, last weekend was really, 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 really dope. It was really a lot of pressure, but I just say, like, I think I'm on that path if I continue to stay in God's will, as far as keep being before him when opportunities come up, like going and asking his permission, or like, God, what you think about these opportunities? Like right before we got in here, I just got hit with another opportunity to do another live painting for Juneteenth. So I'm like, now I have to get before God and talk about, like, all right, what does this look like? So I think, yes, as I'm walking it out, and Seth, if you're listening, please, help us figure this concept out. But I would say, yes, I think I am living at that part of being one of the greatest visual artists to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's dope. Yeah. As I was thinking about this, I was watching The Office, and of course the episode where Michael Scott drops the greatest quote of all time. He goes, "Just do it."
Yeah.
And I think about that in the stuff that I want to do, like, because my mind is always going just 1,000 miles per hour, and I'm always thinking about, like, oh, I could do this, or someone, or this person could do that, and it's just never ending. It's just always continually going, and it's just like, when I think on that quote, I'm like, oh yeah, like, I want to live a scared life, because that fear is keeping me from, like, going and doing it.
Yeah.
And it's really, like, it's frustrating, it's nerve-wracking, and it's also, like, thinking and praying on, like is this me? Is this the fear, or is this a time thing? Is this am I taking too much stuff type of thing? Like all these things that you have to think about in order to be like, what life do you want to live? and just trying to figure that out.
Yeah. And I think that's hard sometimes because like also my mind goes to like the Eric Thomas when you talk about the guy that, you know, had to want it as much as he wanted to breathe and all of those different things. And it's just like, you know, sometimes when we don't do things, it's like, yeah, I'm living the life I want because in that fear, I buy into the fear because I want security. And so like I have to kind of refine what I want in a sense because like the true security comes from doing that fearful thing and stepping out into that. So I don't know. My mind just goes there a little bit.
That's real.
Yeah.
I had it. I had it.
He had it.
It's been a minute.
I knew it was my turn.
We're
I
getting
knew it was
back
my
into
turn.
it.
Yeah. Definitely knocking the rust off.
Finding those grooves.
Yeah, for sure. I knew it was my turn, and I had it. And it got away from me.
It's all good. We got you.
Yeah, I think living the scared life. I love how you quoted that, like how you coined that phrase, living the scared life. I think it's just more incentive or more reason to have God in it.
Yeah.
If I'm in this area where I have no safety net, I have no other choice but to rely on God. And if I'm ever in a spot where I feel comfortable or at peace, not of God, but at peace at something, or just be comfortable at something, I know God's not in it. So I need to remove myself or move into an area where I get uncomfortable or I'm back into a scared place because that's for room for God to be in it. So I think if you continue to like strive for different things, I think you just got to keep stepping on that boat and just keep taking one step out that water and just keep going with your focus on God. So I think you just staying in that scared life mentality, I think that gives room for God to do the impossible.
Yeah.
Me and Kristen just had a spirited conversation a couple of nights ago where I was looking at our calendar that's in our dining room, and she had wrote on it like radical obedience to Christ, and I was like, tell me about it, and so she was kind of talking about what that means for her, and I was like, you know, I went into it just like because I don't know, I'm just like this, and I'm like, is radical the action of obedience, or is radical the fruit of the obedience? And so I was like saying like, I mean, you can put radical obedience on top of it, but I think I take more of the latter, right? The radicalness is because of the fruit of your obedience. So if you're just obedient and you're doing what God says to do, and people look at that like, wow, that's radical. Like that to me makes sense.
Yeah.
Rather than like the radical is the action
Action of obedience.
of
Yeah.
obedience.
That's good. Because most people would probably look at that and just be like, yeah. Like, you know, like they would just assume what it means. But I think a lot of times, I don't know, I want to say biblically, it was just regular obedience and the fruit was radical.
Right.
If we look at that. And I say that because like even things like Moses, right? Like he told him to go before Pharaoh and say, let my people go and all these different things. That's crazy that you're going to walk up in Pharaoh's house and go in there and tell him what you think is yours ain't yours. But it wasn't like Moses had to do this like crazy thing in order for it to be obedience. It was just God was like, no, this is what I want you to do. Follow these simple steps.
Isn't it not crazy though?
It is, but it
'Cause of
did,
who he-
I don't feel like it came from Moses like being like, I'm about to just be so radical. Like I felt like it was more so God saying, do this thing. And then because it was, you know, that thing,
what you're
that
saying.
was why it was
And
radical.
this was our conversation. It's just like, what is radical, right? Is radical the action or is radical the result of the action?
Because before you started, I would say radical is the action. And I was going to say Noah. He looked crazy for 100 years building a boat to say
Noah.
like, hey, like if y'all don't get hit, y'all gonna get wiped out. Like it just, he had to look crazy until the promise was fulfilled. And I think I think you can have radical fruit in both the action and the fruit that comes from it. Because the action is for us in the immediate. The fruit is for others to see, to plant their seeds, to do their radical obedience. So I see it both ways. But as y'all keep talking, I might have to change my mind a little bit.
Yeah,
No, you
I'm
good.
changing my mind more and more. I'm more not leaning towards as I just kind of speak this out.
Because I think even Moses, because it's like
Yeah.
he grew up in the palace. So like your whole analogy, I think you're right. But for him, it's like God telling him, he called him back to go back to the place
Yeah,
where he
yeah.
felt the most shame.
Yeah.
And he murdered a man. But on top of murdering a man, before that, he was taking in the benefits of being one of the princes of Egypt. So it's like now he's coming back to say,
Yeah.
this ain't yours. And Pharaoh was like, dog, we both was benefiting from this same system. Like, who are you to tell me? Like,
Yeah.
I think for him it is. I think it is. It's radical in the immediate to do the action.
Yeah.
I think it also can be radical for the fruits, but I think that's more
so a
for
little
the
bit of
people.
both.
Yeah, I think it's more for the people who have witnessed your story or witnessed your obedience, and then that
good
plants a
point.
seed for them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask a question that's gonna zoom out a little bit. Is obedience to God in itself radical because faith, in a sense, is counterculture?
Say it again.
And so, like, being obedient to God in itself, you're doing kind of the opposite of what the general population would say you should do, in a sense. Or I'll say and more so in big acts of faith, or big acts of obedience. But sometimes it might even be the simple things. Like, he tells husbands to love your wife as Christ loved the church. And, we know the church in itself will rebel against God. So if your wife rebels against you, some dudes will be like, nah, you need to get rid of her. But instead you choose to embrace her and love her and say, babe, I still love you. In a sense, some men would consider that radical. But I'm just playing devil's advocate a little bit, just asking, zooming out
Jesus
a little
advocate.
bit. All right, you're right. You're right. Jesus advocate.
I was
I
about to
rebuke you, Satan.
Hold up. We ain't got a fourth member of this podcast.
Nah, Lucy ain't invited.
No
They can
Lucy.
stay on the Kendrick album.
Yeah,
But
facts.
I
Trash.
just zooming out a little bit, just asking, and purely just out of curiosity though. I don't necessarily have a stance on that. I'm just asking.
The wheels are turning.
Because I think about the different things that people were asked to do, and it could be also that like the Bible is a snapshot, right? We know what he asked Moses, but we don't necessarily know what he asked of somebody who was a slave. Like we don't have their record. What was old boy named Promised Land? Chasisi of the mixed multitude. We don't know if God had asked him to do something. We don't know about that. But like we know, most of the stories that are in the Bible are like these big things. And a lot of times when they are obedient, it seems to be something that's counterculture.
I think this is kind of more like grades in school. Some of it is like husbands love your wives. That's the bare minimum. Like to be called to be married, this is what you have to do more as effortlessly as breathing. So like that's your bare minimum. But what's the beyond that? I think that's where, to pose your question, I can't remember it, but I think it's doing bare minimum is being in relationship with God, being in the body, being in your word, all that stuff. That's bare minimum. I think if you really want to see God in your life, are you willing to put your life in a point where you have no choice but to trust and have faith in God? To have people bear witness to your faith and then plant a seed for them. You get what I'm saying? Like it has
So like it's radical when it goes beyond the bare minimum.
yes. Like bare minimum is just the baseline. But then as you start to have more of a walk with God, you start to build a confidence in your faith. Like, us having our child. Now I'm like, what else God can do? What else can I start putting my art career? What else, to be like an entrepreneur as an artist in these years where people not paying, buku money for fine art, but I'm able to provide. That's just like the bare minimum. What is the other things that I start looking to give God? And I started trying to put out there so I can have more proof that it's more than just doing like I do my word, I read my Bible, I love on people.
Yeah.
But what's the bare minimum? What's the what goes beyond that in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah. As I sit here, think about it. Obedience is a spectrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and when I say spectrum, it's not like yes, no obedience. Like it's almost like weight. Like we were talking about the gym earlier. Like right, there's weightlifting, right? So so going in and benching X pounds might be easier to someone who's been in the gym for so long compared to someone who's never stepped foot outside of a McDonald's or something like that.
Yeah.
As I once McDonald's, really, not a promotion. Anyways, and so one person's radical may not be another person's radical.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like for Kristen and I, like moving up, we tell people this all the time, right? Like we moved up to do this thing, raise our funds, and we continue to tithe, and we've been blessed just beyond what we could even imagine. Never, raising your funds, never being late on a bill, never missing rent, all these different things. And someone can look at that and be like, that's radical. And it's like, it might be. It's us like putting faith in God, which is a radical thing, right? Because logically, doing the math, looking at the paper, you're thinking, I'm going to keep this 10% because it will help for X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
But you miss out on what God has for you if you don't do that thing. So I'm not saying go out and do a radical thing and don't go looking for radicalness. If you want to, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. And just honestly, like sit just with obedience. Like start there.
That's good. Yeah.
And I think your obedience, the radicalness of your obedience will grow. It'll look. I'm still more inclined to believe that the fruits are the radicalness of it.
Yeah.
That's real.
And yeah, and I think of like Google this. I don't know who the guy's name is, but the dude in the scriptures when Saul was like still persecuting the church. And it's just like a little quick story where he drops the dude in. He's like, hey, yo, dude. And he's like, yeah, here I am, Lord. What you want? He's like, yeah, go to this house.
Yeah.
Go see this guy. You're gonna heal him, and he's gonna do his thing.
Yeah.
Which is we look at it like, whoa, that's a radical thing. Like, imagine you're going to, I don't know, insert political dictator here, and that person's then going to change the thing.
Yeah.
Going back to the office, it's almost like when Dwight gave the speech that wooed thousands of salesmen. Michael's in the bar. He's like, imagine that. I persuaded the guy.
Persuaded the
Right.
And it's like, but anyways, getting back onto the obedience, I think just obedience is obedience. I think that's where I'm landing. Obedience is obedience is obedience.
Yeah.
If God, gives you many blessings and it looks radical, and that's praise God, right? That's a blessing. But I think mainly like God's just like, I want you to do this thing. Now, figuring that out, that's a whole different discussion.
Yeah. And yeah. I'm gonna have to wrestle with that one for a bit, but I do lean towards like the fruits a little bit. I think that would be like the standpoint that I would think of, because even like you using that example, because I had to look it up. It's Acts 9 with Ananias. Yeah. But even thinking about that, like even with him starting with, here I am, Lord, like that was already an obedient heart, and in a sense, I think when you have an obedient heart, you leave the door open for the radical to happen. An obedient heart kind of becomes like the canvas for the radicalness. So I don't know. I'm stuck on the fruits, but
I think there's to what you're saying. I think there's levels to it.
Yeah.
Like you get baptized and you attend 2 Bible studies. Don't quit your job and move states. Like absolutely not. Like you have to build that. And to have the obedient heart, as you said, that posture of heart is you have to be in relationship with God to change that heart.
Yeah.
So now you're like, but again, the obedience starts with being in relationship and being consistent, starting at the gym, doing calisthenics for a little bit, building up your endurance, building up the muscle. And now you're like, all right, I'm ready to start hitting the bench. Now I'm starting ready to like it's a buildup. I just how I see it. Faith is an exercise. It's a buildup.
Yeah. Like we got the Flying Pig marathons coming up. We're doing it. Not the marathon.
I'm spectating.
We're doing the last mile with the kids. Me, Jude, and Joe. We're gonna do the last. Now Jude's like, oh yeah, to go run out 26 miles. I'm like, no, you ain't. That's crazy.
Jude, I love you. You ain't doing it, dog. You're not doing it. I love the confidence.
Listen,
You're not doing it.
Listen, I watched him run from our front porch to the sidewalk. He got injured.
We're gonna pick him up at mile 2. Like, come on, bud. You had a good try.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah.
No, that's real though. But I think, that just goes back to kind of where we started of what do you want? What kind of life do you want when it comes to those things? Because some people, they do be chasing that radical. Like they be doing a radical and they get mad when God don't answer. And it's like, he ain't asked you to do that. Like he just said, get in your word.
God was like, I wasn't there.
He ain't asked you to take the pages and rip them out and make them into a shirt. Like
Yo.
He just said read them. But like it just be like, people just do those types of things. And I think too, that's like sometimes when zeal is not mentored by wisdom, we get those types of things.
That's good.
So
we might have gone to a whole nother
some
episode
people,
on that one.
yeah, when zeal is not mentored by wisdom, it does radical things in vain. And so I don't know.
Be like, give examples. In the church.
No, yeah, you definitely need, and that's a nice little God thing that got me thinking was, before coming here over at the school that I work at, and the 6th graders did their pitch night. And so all the kids, like, they're pitching their ideas, but they're not, how do I put this nicely in case one of them catches it and listens to this? a lot of their ideas was, I'm gonna start this thing and I'm gonna have Wolfgang Puck and Gordon Ramsay there for my restaurant. And I was like,
okay.
And I'm sitting there like in the audience, like, I like it. Sweet. Now, if all you got is some people in your corner and they're like, yeah, go get Wolfgang Puck. Maybe.
That percentage drops.
Right. But it's like I think you really do need a good solid team around you. Like you need those people who are a little bit crazy. Be like, yeah, man, you're gonna do it. This is how you gonna do it. I'll be right there. I'll do your social media, I'll do your website, blah, blah. You need those people, and you need the people who are like, now hold on there, guy, right?
Chill, big dog.
And those people do frustrate us.
Yes.
And if you're a person that's like the hold on guy type person,
Me.
I think you need to bring like solid questions and have like honest like follow-ups. Be like I'm asking you these questions. We're meeting in 3 weeks. We're gonna have a sit down, and I want you to honestly like think of like solid answers for these, so that we can you want to make this a reality. Cool, okay. I'm not gonna piss in your Cheerios. Let's talk about how do you make this a reality. Like honestly do it. So you need that healthy dose of those two things, like you said.
Yeah. See, that's good. Yeah. I feel like y'all got a balance of that though. Like I feel like if I told y'all something crazy, y'all be a little bit of both.
we take turns, and I usually wait for Matt because he's always crazy first. But if he's not crazy enough, I'll just be like, all right, he ain't crazy enough. It's my time to take it over.
Listen, I will gas you up.
Gas me up.
I told my sisters they need to make $1 million a year so I can quit my job.
Hey, say less. Cause I'm telling you, especially with me back recording music, I'm about to be Mac. I needed to gas me up.
You know how many TikToks I sent this guy?
He
just
did.
Tagging him
now,
and just
I will say,
beat videos.
I owe down on those a lot, but
lots of boom bap.
I had to get over my writer's block, but I'm back. We here now.
Let's get it.
I done figured it out. I done went in the hyperbolic time chamber.
It is 9/16 on April 30th. I expect an album in 2 months. Nothing less.
I got you.
6 tracks minimum.
We making some moves. So I got you,
I
but
need 3 for 3 volume 4.
volume 4, I can do that. That's easy. I can do that one. You said 2 months. I got you. I can do that in 2 months.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
Just in time for the NBA championship. I got you.
And you can use any of the Heaven and the Paint pieces as your cover.
Hey,
Free
say
of
less.
charge. Free of charge. If we get 3 for 3 volume 4, you can have either one. I even paint a new one.
See, this is why you need brothers. This is so if y'all get new music soon, just blame them.
Yeah, blame us. Blame us. Our Cash App is put
Give
all
them
your
an
blame
offer
and
for their
frustration.
ministry. Nah, I got you though. I'm gonna get on those. I'm gonna do them TikToks.
So if you got radical, what's next for you?
The one thing that is making me nervous, and I won't put it on the podcast, but I'll talk to us offline.
Ooh. You know what we need to do? We need to do like one of the subscriptions and pay
The Patreons.
Put it on the Patreon. But go ahead.
I would put that on the Patreon. And it's not that I'm scared. I'm just at the point now that one, outside of my household, no one else knows. And I want to kind of deal with that right. But I'm about to take a step in something that I'm very nervous about. But outside of that, radical would be really perfecting the art of transforming scriptures into art. Not just taking a picture of David and Goliath, but literally like really depicting Psalms 23:2, where it talks where he makes us lie down in green pastures. Where I'm not just drawing someone just lying in a green field all happy, but like really live taking something that I've meditated on, been in, marinated in, and I've put it out, and people can understand God's character based on a picture or a canvas that I painted. That's my right now where I'm at.
I like that.
Like, yeah, like I want people to question and have a hunger for God based on the images. Not that I promote it, but the images that God used me to paint. That's where I'm at right now.
If I was an artist, I'm calling it. Are the Celtics in the playoffs?
They're playing right
They
now.
are, yeah.
Okay, so
And
Celtics.
I appreciate your sacrifice.
If Celtics win the championship, I'm picturing a field of clovers, person laying there, but with all the trophies, and all the trophies are broken because he knows what's better.
That's fire. He might need to be a ghostwriter.
You know what? I'll even open up my notes to y'all. I have a list of painting ideas, and I'll open it up to y'all. Either you have given me one, he's given me one called Yet I Smile, which I actually looked in my notebook today that I need to get back to. I've started some of the pieces.
Yeah.
But now I might have to interview people and things like that. So I'm gonna pick some people to interview. But I'm gonna add you as my ghostwriter because I love the challenge. Because one, y'all see a side, and I always respect y'all's perspective. If y'all can just kind of point me in the right direction by asking a question, and I'll take it from there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
and
good.
if I haven't done it tonight, text me, like, call me all types of names, whatever. But let me know I didn't do it. Like, you raggedy XYZ. Let me know. But tonight, if I haven't done it by tonight, hit me up tonight, and then it'll be done by tomorrow. But y'all are ghostwriters on my canvas and stuff.
Say less.
Yeah, because nothing motivates a person more like some like deadlines. Like even when I texted y'all, I'm like, if I don't get this video done in 4 hours, whatever it was, like
It was on.
I think I owed you food or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was food. Yeah.
I think it was. I was waiting. And it was, and I love the adrenaline because I was teetering enough. Like, I hope you don't make it, but I'm really rooting for you to succeed. I'm really rooting for you to succeed, but I hope you don't make it just so I can get the benefits.
And with that, sometimes you need some hype, sometimes you need some haters.
Yeah.
See, it works both ways.
You got it. You got to have accountability.
A healthy challenge is always good, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think for me too, for radical, Just trying to finagle it though with some of these house costs, man. But good news, I got the shirt mock-ups in.
Hey, let's go.
They
we need
look
an episode where we all wear one.
They look dope. I got my little pin.
I need one of
For
those
good luck.
too.
I also took the day off today just because we had so much stuff going on. I was like, you know what? I saw my kids. I ain't got to do anything else. I'm just going to take the day off. My notes were done. Red X's were done.
Yes, sir. That means a lot.
Yeah. So I was like, so I just took the day off and did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just kept all my energy for tonight. So I was like, this is going to be, it was going to be rough. If
I
was
love
gonna
that.
work
Yeah.
But no, so the shirts are done. So it'll be a limited, they're not done. The mock-up is done. So I got to give them the okay, pay it, and then the first run of shirts will go out.
That's fire.
We'll go from there, man.
Yes, sir. I can't wait.
I've been looking for some new clothes too.
Yeah.
I want to start wearing too, like more local brands. So
Yeah.
that's perfect.
For sure.
Yeah.
Even the ones I already do wear. Shout out to the ones I do wear because they dope. I want more.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, we can wrap that one.